Okay, this is from Graphing from Word Problems homework, and I'm doing questions 3 and 5. So on question 3, Paul opens a savings account with $350. He saves $150 per month, and we have to assume that he does not withdraw any money or make any additional deposits. So first we have to write an equation that represents the total amount of money Paul deposits into his account after M months. So if he starts with $350 and then every month he puts in $150 more, he's adding money to his bank account. So we're going to have $350 plus $150 every single month, which we call M. So now, that's part A. We have our equation. Now we have to graph it for part B. So our M value and our B value is what we need to figure out. So since the equation is y equals mx plus b, the m is always what's right next to x. So in our equation, that would be 150. And then the b value is whatever's added to it. So 350. Okay, now we just have to graph this. So we are going to make each box on this graph count as 50. So I have to start with my b value and count all the way up to 350. So this would be 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, and then 350 way up here. Okay, and then for the slope, it's 150 over 1, and that means we have to go up 150 and over 1 to the right. So 150, that would be 3 boxes. So I go up 1, 2, 3 boxes and over 1 to the right. Okay, now I could also make my line go the other way. So I could start there and go down 3 boxes and 1 to the left and put a dot. And you could keep going down 3, 1 to the left, all the way to the edge of the graph. Or until you can't fit anymore. And then draw your line. And that's all you have to do for number 3. Now on number 5, it says you are running a concession stand at the basketball game. You sell hot dogs for $1 and sodas for 50 cents. At the end of the night, you made $200. Let X be the number of hot dogs and Y be the sodas. So we have to write an equation first of all. So since X is the number of hot dogs and they cost $1 each, we're going to write down 1X. That's $1 per hot dog. And then also, they're selling sodas and they cost 50 cents each. And Y represents the number of sodas, so that's 50 cents per soda. And the total they made was $200. Okay, and then since we have to graph it, if it's ever an equation that looks like this, which is called standard form, then that's when you want to find your x-intercept and your y-intercept. That's the easiest way to graph it from this form. So for x-intercept, we're going to change the y value to a 0. So we'd have 1x plus 0.50y, well, instead of y we're going to put 0, equals 200. So anything times 0 goes away because it is 0, and then you end up with 1x equals 200. So then you can just write it as a coordinate, 200, 0. And we can go ahead and plot that point. And once again, we can go by 50s. So this would be 50, 100, 150, and 200. Right there. Okay, now we have to find the y-intercept. So for y-intercept, you make x 0. So we'd have 1 times 0 plus 0.50y equals 200. 1 times 0 is 0, so I'm going to cross it out. 0.50y equals 200. And then your next step is to divide by 0.50. And when you do that division, you get y equals 400. So as a coordinate, that would be 0, 400. So count by 50 is what on the y-axis? 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, all the way up there. And then just draw a line through your 2 points. And there's the 2 questions for your homework.